Why wasn't that said on day one? Why wasn't that given us as an option right up from the beginning? Because compliance weren't there to try and make it easy. Compliance was there to do it. I'm going to talk about compliance and following the rules and regulations that are set for us. I recently went through the process of trying to sell a house. And I was away, and so the realtor that came to look at the place, I was not there. My son dealt with it for me. But they needed, because it was in our name, my wife's and my name, they needed, their compliance department required that there be certain things that we went through. So, they asked for a passport photograph signed by a lawyer or somebody of significance, confirming who we are. So that was the situation. And which is fair enough. Compliance rules are important, okay? But the problem is in this world with COVID and so forth, where we can't get face-to-face with people. I've not met my current lawyer. I've dealt with him and done all sorts of work with him over the phone, but I've not met him. He doesn't know me. He's never actually physically seen me. So I was in a bit of a predicament. How do I get what this guy needs in the right way? And we wasted an awful lot of time, a week in fact, trying to find a way of doing this. And that shouldn't be my problem. The company and their compliance department should be able to come up with various options, and the real estate agents should be able to know that there are various options available. But they didn't. And this broke down the relationship at the very early stages, because simply the people who were in the know weren't sharing their information. So, the point I'm trying to make is a compliance department have compliance to deal with. There are laws, there are rules, and I'm 100%, I don't care whether you think they're good rules or I think they're good rules or whether they're nonsense or not, it's irrelevant. They are rules. But compliance people aren't the people with the brains that think creatively. They're the people with the brains to think about how to put obstacles in your way that cover the company's back. Not about creating a good customer experience. The real estate agent whose job is to do that doesn't ask the questions. If they've not been trained to ask the questions, then they're not going to get the information. There was a very, very simple answer that they came up with. They decided then a week later, we could just do a credit card check and verify that you've got those credit cards with that address next to it. That would be fine. Why wasn't that said on day one? Why wasn't that given us as an option right up from the beginning? Because compliance weren't there to try and make it easy. Compliance was there to do it in the very basic terms of what their job is. And the real estate agent's job didn't see himself as to challenge it. I had to challenge it and push back on it to finally get someone to admit, there are other ways of doing this. So what is it like in your organization? Compliance is important. Following the rules is important. I'm not advocating that we don't do that. I'm talking about how do you, particularly in extreme circumstances, still comply with the rules, but ensure that the customer gets the service that they need. So it's just something to look at is how your customer service is being affected by your requirements for things like compliance, or simply some of your own systems and processes, which some organizations' system processes that come over are just not designed with the customer in mind. They're just designed for internal ease rather than for the customer experience. Something to think about.